I want to show you the pose library. So this is fundamental for 3D animation, I guess. It's very handy. It allows us to have these preset poses, exceptionally good for facial animation, right? So that we can create these poses and recall them, or recall only part of them. For example, you see that these bones are changing. I want to recall only the deformation for these two control bones for the left side. If I want to make this for the left side, there is also this flip pose option instead of having this selection. And because I don't want to apply all this, I just want maybe just for this bone, then I have this option on, and there we go. And this won't work for these ones, however, not even for this side. They'll change the eyelids bone, but not these ones, because I didn't add these bones when I was creating these two pose assets. These pose assets only used, those two ones, only used the control bones for the eyelids on the left side. I could have made one that would make for both sides, but this is just a basic presentation, right? I don't know the optimal solutions. And then if I want to reset this, I can use this with this small selection. The deformed bones here, the bendy bones, and those eyelash bones, which are also deformed bones but they are bone constrained, these don't need to be present on the selection. We can reset all with this, or it doesn't need the selection. It will affect everything because this was a created pose asset that I've made with all these bones selected. So let me make another one with all this selection, but now I'll make something a bit more asymmetric maybe. Yeah, just to show. So I need to select all the bones that I want to have involved in this pose, then create asset. And then there it is, but it uses a camera. So I have a camera here actually, and then I need to place that camera somewhere. It's a bit strange, but to update this, then we need to reach for the, I'm using this area here just for this example, the asset browser with Shift F1. Then this asset browser, which has a T panel, a tool shelf region, and an N panel, a properties region. And it's a properties region that I can select this new pose. I can rename it, so call it, and then can readjust the camera here, and then I can make a better thumbnail for that expression. And if we click here, this is not the same as clicking here, because here we are in the 3D viewport editor. I didn't develop custom shapes or widgets for the bones, but I'll just show some notions how it would be done. I'll add an empty object, could be a mesh object, but this is faster. So new collection, because then I would put the custom shapes in a custom shapes collection, which can be completely hidden because it doesn't need to be shown on the 3D viewport editor in order to operating properly. I go on pose mode, pick some bones. This is a cool trick. Then I go on Bone Properties tab. It's on the Viewport Display panel, Custom Shapes subpanel. Then I hold Alt key, and then I click this box, and then I go on this empty object. Then apparently I forgot to hold Alt until the end. Yes. Okay, so then everything is applied simultaneously. And then I can also hold Alt to make these kinds of deformations simultaneously on multiple bones. Otherwise, it just will make to one of them active element in this selection. I can also copy paste a value, for example here, Ctrl V, to another. I cannot make Ctrl Alt V, but if I have a multiple selection, I can still hold Alt as I click here, then I give Ctrl V or type any value here, and then I press enter, and then everything is altered simultaneously.